Hello everybody and welcome to the Portland Pickles pregame show. Tonight's edition is the Don't Feed the Bears edition. On my left I've got Coach Mags, head coach of the Portland Pickles. On my right as usual I have Mike Chexx, the voice, the golden voice of the Portland Pickles. So, that didn't sound good, did it? Oh,
not really.
Well, heck, let's get on with it. Mike, take us in.
Thank you much, friend. Coach, how you doing?
Fantastic, man.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
Sorry we didn't get to do one yesterday, but we'll make up for it today.
All right.
Right on. So tonight, game 3 of the 3-game series with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Been a low-scoring series so far. And tonight you got a couple pitchers. We got Alfaro going for the Pickles with a sub-2 ERA. They've got Seed going for them with a sub-1 ERA. Are we going to see more of the same tonight? Is this going to be a 2-1, a 1-0 kind of game again?
It's quality pitching on both sides, right? Both teams playing pretty well. They're making they're pitching a little bit better than we are, and that's just baseball right now. And it's going down the stretch, and so every pitch is important, every at bat's important, and they're doing a good job over there. They're a good ball club, man.
Well, so speaking of pitchers, how do you and the coaching staff decide when it's time to take a starter or a reliever out?
Well, we have an obligation to our players and to the schools that they're coming from. So right around 70, 80 pitches, 85 pitches in that area, we're going to start looking at it and start getting ready to make a move. I can guarantee you it's not going to go much higher than that for the most part.
And most times, pitching coach Brian Grant goes out and has a conversation before you go out and make the change. What usually goes on in those conversations between Brian and the pitcher?
A lot of things can happen. One, there could be a mechanical issue going on and we need to make an adjustment. So he goes out and reminds them, slows them down a little bit, tries to get them back into focus. Other times he's going to go out and we're going to discuss a situation like you might have an open base with a hot hitter up. We might want to pitch around him to set up a double play or not let him beat us with 2 outs. You know, if we have an open base, something like that, we call it a bite situation. We're going to bite and make him swing at the pitch we want him to swing at. We're not going to give in like if we fall behind 2-0 or 3-1 into an offensive count. We're not going to give in to the count. Ball 4, big deal. We live for another day. Now the bases are loaded, force plays are everywhere. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in those meetings.
Okay. Now another thing I'm curious about on this, sometimes when you or Brian go out, all of the infield comes in, and other times they stay put. Now, is there a signal that you're given from the dugout that you want all of the infielders to come in and be part of the conversation? Do they just decide that on their own, or?
Brian will come in. Brian, as he's going out, will say, hey, let's go, bring it up.
Okay.
Bring him up. So if we need to talk about something defensively as well, that's when he'll bring them up.
Okay, so it is a purposeful thing. It's not just the shortstop decided to wander into the conversation, then everybody came in as well.
Everything we use for the purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's something I've always wondered, because I've never, I watch you guys when you come out to have those conversations, and I've never seen any sort of hand signal or anything that...
Verbals.
Okay, that makes sense. Playoffs are looming. You guys got a 3.5 game lead on Bend overall. You're 1.5 games now behind Cowlitz, currently sitting in the 4 seed. Do you care at all what seed you're going to be in getting into the playoffs, or is it just we don't care, we'll get there and we'll figure it out from there?
We've always, since I've been here, we've always just worried about being top 4.
Okay.
Right, so I tell our coaches all the time, and the mistakes that we make in June 18th, June 2nd, whatever day it is, those mistakes are just as big as the mistakes we make on July 30th.
Okay.
So because every game counts. You're not playing 162 games. You're playing a short season of 54 games, so every game matters. And you still have to try to go out and do the best you can all the time, obviously, but every game matters. So those games, and there's a handful of games, I'm sure like every other club that you wish you could have back, that we actually just made some mistakes. Whether, I'll be honest with you, because I think that everybody needs to hold responsibilities. We've made mistakes as a staff in about a handful of games, and then other games we've made mistakes on the field. But those things happen, and you're learning your club early in the season, so sometimes mistakes will happen, but they all matter. They all matter. And as we go down the stretch right now, I mean, there's no question you can't sugarcoat it. We're scuffling a little bit. We've got, as you know, you were in our pregame meeting today. We have some things going on on our injury front and on our other side, on our fronts that have just been we're having to deal with, right? And we're a little bit short position player wise, but I'm not in the business, as my dad used to tell me, you're not in the business of excuse making, right? You're in the business of being successful, right? And so our successes and our failures don't happen behind closed doors. That's
Right.
the difference between us and other people in other professions. Our mistakes and our failures are on social media minutes after it happens, right? So in this case, thousands of people know whether we had a bad day or a good day. At the next level, hundreds of thousands of people know whether you've had a good day or a bad day.
Right.
So every day you're the guy in the arena. And when you're the guy in the arena, a lot of people outside the arena looking down on it, they have positive thoughts or negative thoughts, but they're not putting themselves on the line. That's what's so special about our players, is that they're willing to be in the arena, whether if things are going well or if things are going bad. So credit to those guys. They're coming out and they're competing. They know what's ahead of them. They know what's stacked against them. And they're not making excuses. The organization doesn't make excuses. We just have to figure it out.
Well, it's Little League Sunday and it's PickleCon here at the stadium. Would you like the Little League question first or the PickleCon question
Let's
first?
go to the PickleCon question.
All right. If you were starting a baseball team and you could draft one superhero to play any position, who would you draft and where would they play?
I would go with, because he has a history, and I'm not sure he's a superhero, but I'm going to tell you the one person or thing or person that's not real would be Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the cartoon where Bugs Bunny plays all 9 positions, strikes out the entire team on one pitch, the hesitation pitch? I'm telling you what, Bugs Bunny. If I could hire a guy right now to come in and help us on a 10-day contract, it'd be Bugs Bunny. Watch how he strikes out the Giants in that cartoon.
Oh, that's
Take
pretty.
a look at it after this time.
That's pretty great. Okay, you went off the grid with that. I like that.
I'm not sure any of the younger kids that are going to school today get to see Bugs Bunny because they don't get to watch those good cartoons, right?
Right.
But Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
Pull up the cartoon. Everybody out there in Pickle Land, pull up the cartoon of Bugs Bunny playing baseball and watch him strike out the entire team on one hesitation pitch.
That's a great answer. Well
Have you ever
done,
seen the
Coach.
cartoon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's just like the baseball episode of The Simpsons, one of my
You
favorites.
can't take Superman. They killed him off, which was a crime anyway, right? He shouldn't
Right.
have died. He's Superman. So,
We were thinking maybe the Flash,
nah.
because the Flash is going to get to every ball that's hit.
Yeah, but the Flash is also a Flash. He might not be there forever.
Well, okay, fair enough. Now for the Little League question.
All right.
Did you ever coach Little League?
Yeah,
I
coached my son's team when I had a chance, yeah.
How many years did you coach?
Not many. I coached when I could because I usually on the road, but when I had a chance, probably 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
So it was fun.
Do you have any? Do you have a specific memory from that time? I mean, I know you've coached a lot of baseball over the years, but still, is there anything from your coaching Little League days that stands out? You don't have to give any names or anything, but
No, man, those kids were fun. I mean, they were great because I treated them just like they were 20 years old. So it wasn't like they weren't little leaguers. I'm not lying to you. Those guys got worked, and I used to tell them the only way you're gonna have fun is being successful. Nobody has fun getting their ass kicked.
that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So right now, the last couple of days haven't been very much fun. It's fun to put on the uniform, fun to go, but anybody that thinks it's okay just to compete and get a 4th place ribbon, I don't want them in my clubhouse, man. It's about being successful. And I think that's what baseball and athletics teaches people. At one point, you're going to be in a job interview, right? And that is a competition. It could be you against 3 other people, and you got to be willing to be prepared for that competition and kick the hell out of them so you can have the job, feed your family, and buy nice things.
Very true, Coach.
How's that? I want to run for office.
Yeah. Mags for mayor in 2026.
I'd win.
Yeah? You know what? I don't have much doubt about that, Coach.
I'd
You are a winner.
I
There's
hope.
no question about it.
The
And
whole organization's a winner. I'm just I'm the guy that gets far too much credit, but right now I've got to take responsibility for how we're playing. It's on me, and my guys will figure it out.
we'll go get them tonight. Good luck in this game. And with the game against Springfield coming up and then 3 against Corvallis later this week. Do you have anything else, friend?
Oh yeah, you bet I do.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah?
Springfield's the team to watch. They're playing better than anybody in the WCL right now. So they're red hot. They're damn near unbeatable right now. That was a tough series. It's gonna be a tough one on Monday as well.
Yeah. Not easy.
No,
not easy going forward.
No, nothing's gonna be easy.
No.
But it shouldn't be easy, right?
That's right. It's no fun if it is. So
Maybe it would be fun if it was easy, but it's not gonna be easy.
do you have anything else, friend?
Well, yeah, and you
Okay.
guys know exactly what it is. So here we go.
Go
Pickles!
Pickles!